Hi, my name is Gina Gilmore and I am a certified Zentangle teacher. And today I'm going to demonstrate how to make this lovely little tile, or tangle actually. The tangle is called A-Dalia. And it is by an artist, a Zentangle artist, named Bunny Wright. Anytime you see the CZT, that means that that person is a certified Zentangle teacher. They have gone through the process through Zentangle Inc. to become certified that they indeed know how to teach, how to draw the tangles, and how to use the Zentangle method. The Zentangle method is 8 steps, starting with gratitude, starting with dots in the corners if you're going to do a border, and then dots, corners, tangles, shading, and we'll go through all those steps as we go. But today, I'm going to start with dots in the corner. I hope you can see that. Oh, by the way, this is a 3.5-inch Zentangle tile. If you look on the back, you can see that it is an official Zentangle tile. Let's turn over this way. And I'm going to draw a border. I don't need the border to be perfect. You can see that mine isn't. In fact, I'm definitely going to kind of make it wiggly. That way people know that I didn't try to make it any other way. And I may come back later and put something in the border. Okay, so there's my start. And now I'm actually going to do the A-Dalia tangle. And I'm going to start from the bottom corner. And I'm going to make a curved line going up to this top corner. And I'm going to put my other one up here, like so. And that gives me the beginning of this. Now, inside, I'm going to make these little, what some people call teardrop shapes. Some people can call them leaf shapes. Doesn't matter what you call them. So this one, the fat end is at the bottom. So now the skinny end comes up. Fat end comes down. I find it easier to turn my tile. So I'm going to turn my tile. And you'll see a lot of Zentangle artists who will talk to you about turn your tile. Turn your tile. Makes it easier. So that's what I'm doing as I'm continuing to make these little teardrop leaf shapes. I am turning my tile. Make it easier. You don't have to. There's no rule that says you have to. Notice too that all the tiles are the same. I just make kind of a skinny one and now I've got a fat one. Variety is the spice of life. And Zentangle is not about perfection. It's about enjoying the process, enjoying the journey, enjoying being creative. Okay. I'm kind of out of space right there, so I'm going to stop. All right, now that I've got this done, I'm going to create what in the world of tangling we call an aura. And that just means we're going to trace around the shape that we drew. So I'm going to start right here and trace around there. This one would probably have a little aura that goes like that, so I'll just put it in. Sometimes we just have to make things up. figure out where we think they would go. And they're not all going to be the same size. And guess what? I'm not worried about it. All right. Now I'm going to turn it upside down. And I'll make this aura. There we go. I've made 2 auras. I'm going to make the second aura down here. Now when I do the second aura, I'm creating these little triangles. And these are going to be a little bit harder because I don't have a lot of room. So they're going to be real small auras. I'll probably just fill in the little triangles. Because we are going to fill those in. Okay, cut this back around. And I'm going to fill in these bottom triangles. And I would suggest that you cut yourself some, I'd say 3x3 tiles, use a paper cutter, and then get you a sketchbook. And if you're not ready to get this adventurous with a tile, just do what I do a lot of time, which is just to use my sketchbook. I tore this page out of my sketchbook. I have pages and pages of my sketchbook of designs. I mean, here's one I was looking at for Christmas, a holly design. And a lot of times I just sketch them first. Here's another one that I was working on. I'm going to show y'all this one later because I just think it's so pretty. Isn't that pretty? And there's so many variations. But for today, we're going to stick with this one. We're almost finished with it. Now, inside the leaf teardrop shape, I'm going to put an eye, kind of a strange cursive-y looking eye. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put the dot for the eye first, down here in the fat part, the fat bottom. And the reason I put the eye in first, or the dot in first, is that tells me where my eye stem stops. Because the first time I tried this one, I didn't do it that way. And I put in the stem for one of my eyes, and it was too long, and I couldn't get the dot in. So then I learned, put the dot in first. Then we come back, and we make our stem for our eye, and we color it in solid. And I'm going to do all these like this first. I hope you're not hearing this talking in the background. If you are, pretend you're not. I can't ever seem to get a quiet house. If it's not people talking, it's dogs barking. Or doors slamming. Or somebody deciding to run the vacuum cleaner. Maybe if I got up at 1 o'clock in the morning, it might be quiet, but that's not happening, guys. Notice that all my eyes are not all the same shape, not all the same thickness. And I don't care about that. That one's a little close to the edge. That's okay. Do I have eyes on every one of them? Yes, I do. So this is A-Dalia. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some shading, which will give it some depth. I'm going to take and on this bottom edge, put a light thin line of graphite. And I'm going to turn it. Shading gives it depth. Believe me, a lot of people say, well, why do I need a shade? I don't want a shade. It looks pretty like that. Yeah, it does. It looks pretty like that. But just that shading is going to make this look round. Give it some depth. A finishing touch. And I take my tortilla, my graphite, and I use very light circular strokes to pull that graphite from the bottom towards the center. And I'm going to turn it around and do the same thing here. I don't want to color the whole thing. Be careful you don't color in the whole thing. Now, I guess I could show you one more trick, but we'll start with this one. This is A-Dalia by Bunny Wright. Notice that now it almost looks like a piece of wood, a branch from a tree that somebody carved a really fancy design on. A-Dalia by Bunny Wright. Tomorrow I'm going to show you another tangle called A's, and after we do it, we will come back and we will add it to this tile. This tangle is very solid looking, whereas A's is light and fancy like filigree ironwork. So, if you like this, please do me a favor since I'm just starting my channel. Give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. I would really appreciate it as I work towards building my channel. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it.